All right, in my hands, brand new at this hour, bombshell revelations from the grassley-graham memo. Major parts, this is the memo from yesterday, have now been unredacted. Huge parts yesterday. Now the memo is providing further evidence that the FISA court was lied to by the FBI in order to get a warrant to spy on the Trump campaign. And there's new information that Christopher Steele may have lied to the FBI about briefing media outlets. There's a lot to cover. We're going to go through it slowly. We'll do it together. Now, the memo starts with this. This is page 1 of the memo right here. On the face, the dossier, it appears that Mr. Steele gathered much of his information from Russian government sources inside of Russia. And according to the law firm Perkins Coie, Mr. Steele's dossier-related efforts were funded through Fusion GPS by that law firm on behalf of the Democratic National Committee and the Clinton campaign. Let's pause here. Hillary Clinton is paying Steele to spread Russian lies and Russian propaganda. I'll read it again because this is important. Much of the information from Russian government sources inside of Russia. Isn't that what the media has been investigating for the better part of a year here? Oh, so keep that in mind as we move forward. Here's another key portion. It appears that either Mr. Steele lied to the FBI or to the British court that the classified documents reviewed by the committee contain materially false statements. And then the memo goes on to read, in response to the committee's inquiries, the chairman and ranking member received a briefing March 15, 2017, from then Director James Comey. Then the memo goes on to say that briefing addressed the Russia investigation, the FBI's relationship with Mr. Steele, and the FBI's reliance on Mr. Steele's dossier in 2 applications that it filed for surveillance under the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Then, March 17th, 2017, the chairman and ranking member were provided copies of the 2 relevant FISA applications which requested authority to conduct surveillance of Carter Page. Both relied heavily on Mr. Steele's dossier claims, and both applications were granted by the Foreign Intelligence Court. In December 2017, the chairman, ranking member, and subcommittee chairman Graham were allowed to review a total of 4 FISA applications relying on the dossier to seek surveillance of Mr. Carter Page, as well as numerous other FBI documents related to Mr. Steele. Now, the next paragraph, this is interesting. This is highly redacted here. I wonder what's in that. Then the following paragraph, follow along. Similarly, in June of 2017, the former FBI Director Comey testified publicly before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence that he had briefed President-elect Trump on the dossier's allegations in January, when he was president-elect, just before he was sworn into office, January 2017, which Mr. Comey described to then President-elect Trump as salacious and unverified. When asked at the March 2017 briefing why the FBI then relied on the dossier in the FISA applications, absent meaningful corroboration, and in the light of the highly political motives surrounding its creation, then Director Comey stated that the FBI included the dossier allegations about Carter Page in the FISA applications because Mr. Steele himself was considered reliable due to his past work with the FBI. Now, later on that page, memo reads, it goes, the bulk, pay close attention, the bulk of the FISA application, put that back up on the screen, consists of allegations against Page that were disclosed to the FBI by Mr. Steele and also outlined in the Steele dossier. The application appears to contain no additional information corroborating the dossier allegations against Mr. Page, although it does cite to a news article that appears to be sourced to Mr. Steele's dossier as well. Let's just stop right here. The entire bulk of the FISA application came from the dossier. This dossier, well, they're relying on a guy that was being paid for by the Clinton campaign and by the DNC, funneling the money. Fusion GPS got the money through the law firm, both the DNC and the Clinton campaign used.